Good evening. Welcome to the National News broadcast. Coming to you live from the National News Studio, I am Lakshita Edrisinghe.
I'm Malsha Dharmavardhana. We start off with today's headlines.
A higher probability of an increase of dengue patients in the months of June and July. The Cabinet is to be handed over a proposal of providing interest-free loans to students pursuing studies in private universities. A new medical faculty to the Uva University before the end of the year. A mobile solution to the wild elephant problem. Hambantota farmers receive vouchers valued at 400 million rupees to purchase fertilizer. 2 persons killed in a Russian attack on a medical clinic in Ukraine. 30 more injuries in the incident.
On to those and other stories in detail now, starting with your local stories. The Health Division predicts an increase in number of dengue patients within the next 2 months. Chief Medical Officer of the Colombo Municipal Council, Dr. Ruwan Vijayamuni says, in other years an increased dengue patient was reported after the month of June. However, this year the dengue patient increases have commenced in the month of May. More than 36,500 dengue patients have been reported in the island since the beginning of the year. 18,085 dengue patients have been detected from the western province alone. The number of reported dengue patients in the Colombo district is 7,650. With the rapid increase of dengue patients in Colombo district, an emergency 3-week dengue control program with the participation of 360 officials have commenced. Under the program, 39,382 houses have been searched and 5,184 possible mosquito breeding places have been identified. In 518 places, mosquito larvae have been found. In the second day after afflicting fever, a blood test will have to be conducted in order to find whether dengue disease was afflicted. The Colombo Municipal Dispensary has provided facilities free of charge in this regard. Dengue antigen test could be conducted at these locations. The number of dengue patients admitted to the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital has reported an increase. 25 dengue patients as well as 13 acute dengue patients are undergoing treatments at the hospitals.
The Association of Persons Paying Leasing Loan Installments says their talks with the police have been successful. President of the association, Asanga Ruwan Potupetiya, has disclosed this fact after discussions with the police following an agitation conducted in front of the Colombo Fort Police Headquarters today. The protest has been organized by the association, claiming that they have not been granted justice after the complaints lodged at the police regarding seizing leasing vehicles. On this occasion, very tense situation has been created between the protesters and the police. Later on, 5 protesters have been accorded the opportunity to report to the police headquarters and to meet a police officer to submit their grievances.
Now, the State Minister Ranjit Siyabalapitiya states a proposal to provide interest-free loans for securing education in private universities will be presented to the Cabinet of Ministers next week. Around 5,000 students are eligible to receive the loans annually. The State Minister said that education is the main investment of a country. He also said that around 300,000 students are facing for advanced level examination each year, and 195,000 are passing the exam, while only 42,000 students are selected for state universities. Another 25,000 students are enrolling in technical colleges. Minister added that they are now granting an interest-free loan for further 5,000 students to enroll in private universities. He said that the students are granted an amount of 9,000 rupees, rather 900,000 rupees for education, another 300,000 rupees for expenses, and they have a 2-year period after the completion of a course to repay the loan.
State Minister Ashoka Priyantha says necessary measures will be taken to release digital birth certificates without delay. The program is to be implemented with the cooperation of the Ministry of Technological Affairs. The State Minister has made these remarks participating in a mobile service to issue certificates to those without birth, death and marriage certificates in the Puttalam district. The mobile service was held in the Nathandiya Divisional Secretariat Division Office. State Minister Ashoka Priyantha has placed his signature as a witness in the certificates of couples without marriage certificates.
Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva says the new Medical Faculty of the Uva University will be declared open before the end of this year. Initially, 50 medical students will be admitted to the faculty. A group including Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva was engaged in an observation tour at the Badulla Provincial Hospital in the Uva University premises this morning. The aim of the tour is to look into the provision of essential infrastructure facilities, including land for the new medical faculty of the university. Another objective was to find out the prevailing facilities at the Badulla Provincial Hospital. President Ranil Wickremesinghe, in capacity of the Minister of Finance, has allowed a sum of 200 million rupees for the new faculty through the budget of 2023. The laboratories at the university are to be used for practical training in the relevant degree courses of the university. The preliminary plans of the medical faculty are being approved by the University Grants Commission. A gazette notification to the effect of using the Badulla Provincial Hospital as a teaching hospital for training and clinical purposes of medical students has been released this morning. Minister Nimal Siripala de Silva said that teaching hospital afflicted to the university is extremely important in preparation of medical faculty. The laboratories and other facilities in the universities will be utilized without causing an unnecessary burden on the state finances. The ministry has expressed optimism of admitting the first batch of medical students to the medical faculty of the Uva University this year.
A meeting between Minister Tiran Alas and Director of the Indo-Pacific region of the Commonwealth and Development Office and India Director Ben Meller and British High Commissioner Sarah Hulton has taken place at the Ministry of Public Security yesterday. The British High Commissioner has made a request from the Minister on this occasion to extend cooperation to prevent illegal Sri Lankan migrants arriving in Britain. The meeting has also focused attention in depth on the Prevention of Terrorism Act. Minister Tiranalas also said on this occasion that Britain has introduced new laws in recent past and laws are important to maintain law and order in a country. The minister further said that the proposed new Anti-Terrorism Act should be a balanced one.
Minister of Justice Vijayadasa Rajapaksa says rumours being propagated regarding the Indian government demanding compensation for controlling the fire at the Express Pearl ship are false. The minister points out that certain groups are engaging such rumours, monitoring with the aim of receiving political advantages. Minister Vijayadasa Rajapaksa said that the Indian High Commissioner has made a request from himself and Minister of Foreign Affairs to make arrangements to obtain and provide the Indian government and compensation of 400 million Indian rupees from New Diamond ship and 490 million rupees from the Express Pearl ship. He also said that several opposition members are trying to furnish a different meaning to this story. Minister further stressed that the Indian government has not demanded compensation from Sri Lanka, but they have requested to pay their costs through us by obtaining a compensation through the ships.
Minister Mahinda Amaravera has presided over a ceremony to hand over vouchers to the paddy farmers in the Hambantota district to purchase fertilizer yesterday. The minister in this occasion has requested the farmers to use the vouchers definitely to purchase muddy fertilizer. The government fertilizer subsidy of 100 billion rupees has been set aside for the farmers to purchase chemical and organic fertilizer in the paddy cultivation of the Yalla season 2023. Accordingly, 650,000 farmers receive vouchers valued at 20,000 rupees for 1 hectare and 40,000 rupees for 2 hectares of land. The Ministry of Agriculture has taken measures to distribute vouchers amounting to 400 million rupees for the paddy farmers in the Hambantota district. Under the program, vouchers were distributed among farmers in Bandagiri, Luna, Yodakandia and Veeravilla Agrarian Services divisions yesterday. Minister Mahinda Amaravira said that they are expecting to discuss in the next cabinet regarding the buying of rice produce of the Yalla season by the Paddy Marketing Board again. He further said that they are accepting the fact that it was not successful last instance. He also added that if the relevant approvals can be gained, they are trying to buy the existing rice stocks to the board too.
Now, a mobile electric fence have been devised as a remedy to elephant-human conflict. A fence erected in a paddy field in Lanka Katavele in Habarana is still on experimental stage. The Anuradhapura district is constantly being bombarded with wild elephant attacks. The wild beasts have so far been successful in dismantling any strongly constructed electric fence and destroying fertile croplands. The new electric fence have been creating in a manner a wild elephant not being able to trample and destroy it. Secretary to the Ministry of Environmental Affairs, Specialist Physician Dr. Anil Jasinghe has also inspected this massive fence built through iron bars. Dr. Anil Jasinghe said they are looking at a mobile elephant fence activated by solar energy. He further said that this elephant fence could be operated in a specific location and they could be removed and installed in a different location. A 30-year-old female elephant was shot to death in Halmillava in Palugaswava, Habarana this morning. Wildlife officials in Moragoda said that this animal was pregnant and about to deliver a calf in short time. The head and the backside of the left leg were hit by a gunshot.
Minister Douglas Devananda has instructed the relevant divisions to intensify fisheries development activities in the eastern province. He has commented in this connection at a recent development program to ascertain the fisheries activities in the area. The minister has informed the directors of aquatic species to release 2.2 million rupees of funds for the development of the Eggaloya freshwater fish breeding centre. Permission is also expected to be sought for fishing in the reservoirs in the wildlife conservation areas in Lahugala. Attention has also been focused to expedite development in the Arugambe lagoon. Baby fish are to be released to the reservoirs in the Ampara district, including Ulla lagoon. An ice manufacturing plant on small scale is to commence under Chinese aid in the Inginiagala area where high fish yield is normally available. Special task force assistance will be used to control illegal fishing in Kalmune area.
Tinnoru mining has commenced. This normally takes place after the cup planting ceremony of the Katharagama Devalaya. The only location identified is the natural environment where Tinnoru prevails in the Hunu Katavele in Katharagama. Tinnoru is being handed over to the devotees at the Katharagama Devalaya after attaining offerings to the deities. The item in the name of Parhada and Vibhuti is being offered as the blessings of the god. The Hunu Katavele area is located in the foot of the Vatihitikanda in Katharagama. The white-coloured substance could be obtained from the form of cubes of digging the earth to the depth of 2 feet. Those who engage in the Tinnoru mining says that an area of 50 acres where Tinnoru exists has been handed over to the Katharagama Devalaya, but some groups have taken hold of these areas. We move on to a short commercial break. We'll be back with foreign news.
டெபிட் அட்டை, மொபைல் மற்றும் இன்டர்நெட் பேங்கிங், கார்ட்லெஸ் கேஷுடன் 10 நிமிடங்களில் வங்கி கணக்கை திறக்க முடியும். பீப்பிள்ஸ் பேங்க் டிஜிட்டல் பேங்கிங் உடன் இணையுங்கள்.
நல்ல நேரம் தெரிஞ்சு கொண்டேன், டீ குடிக்கிற நேரம் கூட போகல.
பீப்பிள்ஸ் பேங்க் டிஜிட்டல் பேங்கிங், உண்மையான சுதந்திரம்.
Welcome back as we take a look at foreign news. Passengers flying into the United Kingdom have shared their frustration over delays at passport controls as e-gates across the country are not working.
The issues at the airport include Heathrow, Manchester and Gatwick began on Friday night. The Home Office of the United Kingdom said that they are working with airlines and port operators to minimize the disruption from the nationwide border system issue. A union has warned that queues would be built rapidly. All airports across the country using gates are affected, meaning that people flying in are needing to get their passports checked manually. One passenger said that he had to wait in queues at Luton Airport for more than 2 hours today, adding it was very poor that travellers were not being given regular updates on the issue with the e-gates or being told how long it would take to clear passport control. It is unclear what the issue is with the border system, with a Home Office spokesman saying it was too sensitive to say. However, while it is technically affecting anywhere people are checking coming into the UK, the impact is mainly being felt at larger airports, while e-gates this weekend was already expected to be busy for travellers, with the bank holiday coinciding with the half-term break for many families. On last Thursday and Friday, British Airways was hit by it issued, affecting more than 20,000 passengers at the Heathrow.
At least 2 people have been killed and more than 30 injured in a Russian missile strike on a medical clinic in the eastern Ukrainian city of Dnipro. Regional head Seri Lisak said that 2 boys aged 3 and 6 were also among the wounded. Russian strikes on Ukraine have intensified in recent weeks ahead of an expected Ukrainian counter-offensive. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posted a video of the damaged clinic that showed firefighters at the scene and smoke billowing from the building, and has said that Russian terrorists once again confirmed their status of fighters against everything humane and honest. Meanwhile, rescue teams are searching for 2 missing people. Ukrainian authorities said they shot down 17 missiles and 31 drones launched from Russia overnight. Several drones and missiles hit targets in Dnipro and the eastern city of Kharkiv, including an oil depot. Ukraine's capital Kyiv was also targeted, and officials said fragments of intercepted drones fell on the roof of a shopping center, while a house and several cars were damaged.
A key index of the United States prices ticked higher in April and consumer spending rebounded, a sign that inflationary pressures in the economy remain high. The index, closely monitored by the Federal Reserve, which is called the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, showed that the prices rose 0.4% from March to April. That was much higher than the 0.1% rise the previous month. Measures year-over-year prices increased 4.4% in April, up from 4.2% in March. The year-over-year figures is down sharply from a 7% per last June, but remains far from above Fed's 2% target.
A new study warns that climate change could unleash massive tsunamis in the Southern Ocean by triggering underwater landslides in Antarctica. The exact trigger for the region's past underwater landslides is not known for sure, but the researchers have found a most likely culprit, that the melting of glacier ice by a warming climate. The ending of Earth's periodic glacial periods caused ice sheets to shrink and recede, lightening the load on Earth's tectonic plates and making them rebound upwards in a process known as isostatic rebound. It was also said that the researchers are thinking that there is a possibility these tsunamis could be unleashed once more as climate change heats the oceans. Their findings were published on 18th of May in the journal Nature Communications.
Now, a crocodile farmer in northern Cambodia has been torn by pieces about 40 of reptiles after falling into their enclosure. Police said that the victim, Luan Nam, aged 72, was trying to move a crocodile out of a cage where it has laid eggs when the crocodile attacked the stick, causing him to fall into the enclosure. The main group of reptiles then attacked him, tearing his body to pieces. It was reported that the remains of Luan Nam's body was covered with the bite marks. One of the victim's arms was bitten off and swallowed by the crocodiles.
Prima Katami Fantamai.
In sports news, the Navy team has been successful in winning the Sri Lanka Amateur Boxing Championship trophy at the tournament conducted at the Indo Boxing Ring of Royal College, Colombo.
The Sri Lanka Boxing Association has organized the tournament through participation of many male and female competitors of the sports club in the island. The Navy team has bagged 10 gold medals, 3 silver medals and 6 bronze medals to become the overall champions. The best player was KKMJ Konara of the Sri Lanka Navy. The best loser was Sachini Fernando of Wayangoda Boxing Club. The best player of the tournament was A.S. Priyankara of Sri Lanka Navy. The best loser was Praveendra of Sri Lanka Police. The basketball matches of the 47th National Sports Festival got underway at the Sugatadasa Indoor Stadium this morning. Male team representing all 9 provinces compete in the tournament. Female team only represent 8 provinces excluding the Uva province. The final will work out next Monday.
In sports news from the IPL, the Gujarat Titans team has been successful in becoming eligible to enter the finals of the Indian Premier League cricket tournament. The team has achieved this success by beating Mumbai Indians in the second qualifiers match yesterday.
In the match played
And that's all the stories for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow with more of the very latest. Until then, good night.
Good night.